If you have been struggling to get sales from your design work or understanding what you really need to do to make money, I have the workshop for you. On September 23rd, I'm hosting my first ever Profitable Designer Workshop. This 1-day, 3-hour workshop is only $97, but I have a discount for all my podcast listeners. Go to carinagardnercourses.com/profit and put in the code podcast for $50 off. I can't wait to see you more profitable. Welcome to the Make and Design Podcast. I'm your host, Carina Gardner. On this podcast, we're unraveling the everyday joys and dilemmas of design, making, and business. For makers who want to be designers and for designers who are makers, this is your inside scoop to help you grow your business and bring more creativity to your life. Hey guys, I'm here with Melanie Collette today, and today we're going to talk about quilting with her. We're going to talk about pattern design with her. I think this is going to be a really fun episode. If you guys want to know a little bit more about Melanie's background, you can check it out in a previous episode that we did. So make sure and go back and check that out because it's really fun to hear her inspiration for her most recent fabric line. She's a fellow designer with me at Riley Blake. Welcome, Melanie. Thanks for coming back.
Thanks, Carina.
So let's talk about quilting. Like, first of all, how long have you been quilting?
That's a great question. So my best friend from high school, she taught me how to quilt in 2009, but I didn't really get into it hardcore, I guess you can say, until about 2015. And then 2016, I designed my first pattern.
Okay. So you've been doing it a little while, but like hardcore, really only the last, 6 years or so?
Yeah, about, yep.
All right. And so tell me, I mean, we were talking a little bit before this, what kind of quilter do you consider yourself?
Well, I really like a more modern spin on traditional quilts. I don't do super modern things because it doesn't really fit in with my personal and home aesthetic. And I like to have quilt designs that fit in with my home and my space. But also I like to do patterns of various quilting levels, like beginner all the way to the more complicated, using templates and things like that. So a fun mix, I guess you can say.
Yeah, that is a really fun mix. Okay. So how long does it take you to sew up a quilt? Are you like a fast quilter? Do you pin everything? Tell us more about your quilting.
I am a pinner, a serial pinner.
You pin everything? Okay, so you like everything to be really perfect and clean?
I do, yes. I will unpick seams if it doesn't match up just so. Get kind of grumpy at it and I'll try again.
No, that's good to know. I am not at all. Yeah. I'm a bulldoze my way through my quilt kind of quilter.
Right.
So I that's so awesome. So you do pin everything, make sure everything's clean.
But because I'm so used to it and that is my method, I am faster at it. You know what I mean? Like it's habit and I know exactly how to do it. And it's a mechanical thing now. So I can take a throw quilt, for instance. I do like throw quilts the best.
Wait, sorry. What do you mean by throw quilt? Like lap size or?
Yeah, like a lap size, like 60 by 70 typically.
Oh, okay.
In that size range. Something that I could just toss on the back of my couch for when we're watching a movie. We can have that. I do live in Arizona, and so it gets warm. And so having lots of quilts on beds isn't really ideal for us here. So mostly it's like when the fan is on too high, you need a quilt to throw over you. So I can sew up a throw size quilt probably in a week and have it done into a quilter. I don't really love to quilt that size myself. I like to spend my time piecing instead of quilting.
Okay. So you send out to get that all done.
Mm-hmm.
So good. And are you mostly using your own fabric lines or are there other designers out there that you like to pull from their lines?
I love Riley Blake designers, and I actually don't sew with my fabric as much as I probably should, and as much as Riley Blake wants me to promote my own line. But I just love, right now I'm working on a new quilt pattern and the fabric I'm using is from Bev McCullough, Flamingo Toes. Yeah. And I just love it. I'm so excited. And I am just so grateful for
her Christmas line or is it her most recent line?
It's not, it's her camper.
Her camper line.
Yeah. And I mean, she has a few, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm not going to show you yet this new pattern, but yeah. So anytime one of our Riley Blake designers comes out with something, I just want to sew with it. I just love it. I want to support him. It's always darling. So they're my go-to.
That is so awesome. Okay. So tell me a little bit about, like actual quilt patterns, like maybe even show a few of us. So some of you guys who are on the podcast, you're not going to be able to see this. We're going to do our best to describe it. But if you want to see some of the patterns that she has, and you sell these in your Etsy shop or on your...
I have an Etsy shop, but they're also available on my website, which is hellomellydesigns.com.
Okay. So hellomellydesigns.com. And then she's going to show us some of the patterns so that you guys can kind of see what her style is. So if you want to see that on you, come to the YouTube channel at youtube.com/Carina Gardner, and you guys can see the patterns that she's holding up. Okay, go for it.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to start with a beginner one. That's one of my more popular ones. This one is called Trixie, and it just takes a bunch of blocks all together, smushes them together, and makes them all a chain. It's just squares. It's just squares and little strips all together. And this one is a lot like the new pattern that I'm working on now. So to help get the beginner quilters excited about quilting, I really like to do patterns like this. So really, really easy. And I like to do multiple sizes. This one actually has 4 sizes on it, which takes a lot more time, a lot more math, which means a lot more editing because I'm not the best math person in the world. So I have a few that are easy, like Trixie, and then I have a few that are more complicated. This is Uptown Florist, and it takes templates, but the way that the leaves are, I'm not sure if you can see, it kind of makes these rings. Do you see how they connect like that? I love it when quilt patterns, when you stick blocks together, it makes kind of a secondary pattern. I think that's really, really neat. And I do have a lot of patterns that feature flowers. I was going through my collection. I was like, oh, there's more flower quilts. So like Daisy Lane here. I just love how the leaves all connect again. It's just cute. But I also like to do fun quilts that maybe for a specific time of year. Many people have probably seen my Popsicle Parade quilt. It is a little more complicated because it has curves. But I mean, the outcome, right? Look how cute it is when it's just one of my favorites. I've made 4 of those, so don't be too intimidated. I've made 4 popsicle quilts. And then I made a gnome one for Valentine's Day. The gnomes and the beards are also hearts along with the hearts next to them. So this one was a fun one to quilt with the heart beards. I was able to quilt the little beard lines in it, and it's really fun up those. And then with my most recent fabric line, I released a pattern. It's called Arboreta, and this one has some really cool sashing in it. You see that, how it's all connected, but it's so much easier than it looks. And you feel pretty proud of yourself when you're done. You're like, look what awesomeness I did, but it was so much easier than it looks. And so you really feel proud of yourself when people are like, wow, look at that quilt. You're like, I know, but you don't want to tell them how easy it was.
How big are those blocks? Here, show that one again.
This one, they're pretty big. These blocks are pretty big. Let me double check in here so I don't lie to you guys. Let's see. The block itself is 18.5 by 18.5, and then the stashing in between. So ends up pretty big. This is a 66.5 square inch.
And
quilt,
your secondaries on that one are so pretty because they look like a burst themselves. Like they look like their own little burst, which is so pretty. I love it.
Thanks.
I love it. Okay. I love all your patterns, and they can find your patterns on your website, in your Etsy shop, and in stores. Do you also sell them in stores as paper patterns or no?
Yes. There are some shops that carry. I do sell wholesale.
Okay.
To shops as well.
Awesome. You guys, seriously, so fun. And you guys, this has been fun for me because I feel like I really officially got to meet Melanie at Gardner Quilts this year. Like I just saw her with a couple of other designers. And so it was really fun to get to know her. And this was fun for me because I didn't know what her background was. How long have you been with Riley Blake?
Since 2018.
Okay. So 3 or 4
years.
years.
Pretty new still.
Yeah. Still really that is on the newer side because Riley Blake has a lot of us designers who've been there for, I'm not even going to say a long time. Yeah. We've been there a long time. And so this is really fun because I think new designers really do add this pop of energy to what we've got going on there. So it's just so, so fun. So it was so nice to talk to you again, Melanie. And you guys go check out her stuff at hellomelly.com. Is that right?
hellomellydesigns.com.
hellomellydesigns.com. We'll make sure and put that in the description, and we'll see you guys later. Hey, did you know that you can visit me at makeanddesign.com to learn more about this podcast and join my VIP group for weekly freebies? I can't wait to see you there.